Hello there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time check is midnight. I have just finished doing initial impression on one new fragrance that I bought, an affordable budget fragrance from House of Mason Alhambra Latafa, Jean Lo Azure. Check out that fragrance. It's a relatively new perfume release, and I did talk a lot. So if you want in-depth take on that fragrance, who's it for, longevity, blah blah, or how much it costs, stuff like that, check it out. So I'm in mood for doing an extra video. I had a very nice long day, busy day. I was running around a lot, and then nowadays I try to work, and then rest and eat on time, so I stay in discipline. So somewhere in the midday, I got a lot of work actually came up. So thankfully everything is finished. Another day, nice little shower. I just had dinner. So I'll have like maybe later on some sweets and stuff. Anyway, so I felt like I want to do a video. So I was watching for almost 1 hour. I was watching one of my friends, first of all, now a brother, and then one of my favorite fragrance reviewers, Nikhil Bhai from India. And those who do not know by any chance, he is one of the oldest reviewers. He's been doing this for 10 years. He's from India. He is not doing this by profession, but he is doing this with so much passion, with so much knowledge. And he inspired me a lot when I started off my journey. I used to go see his reviews, especially like Rasasi, brands like Rasasi, Armaf. He introduced these, a lot of Middle Eastern brands, and later a lot of other reviewers like Toiletry, and now he's like doing also. So one of the reviewers who inspired me a lot, we talk over the phone, and I was just watching his live. And live, he also gave me, he didn't know I was watching, he gave me a shout out, and then he was talking about me. So I want to say a few things about him, and then I want to talk about a few other things, answer some of your questions. And some of you just have a lot of questions like, what do you do? And how do you afford to buy all these perfumes? And why don't you change your setup? I see these common question patterns. And then they say, why don't you do editing? Why don't you, have a nice backdrop, whatever. So I answered them from time to time. But then again, there are a lot of new people who do not watch every video, right? So I'll talk about Nikhil Bhai in the end. Okay, so Nikhil Bhai is a awesome dude, and I'll let you know like few interesting things I find interesting about him. But let's go one by one. So I saw during his live, this question popped in my head. I saw during his live, one guy said, brother, he was asking Nikhil Bhai, perfume guru, that brother, I've been seeing these clones, dupes of very expensive perfumes from niche house, which cost like $300, $400, and then the dupes are like $20, $30. So what are the differences? Like, are they any different, or is there any massive difference between the quality between the original and the dupe? And I think he did answer, but he answered in Hindi. So I will let you know what he said, and I will let you know my thoughts from my experience. Because not just Middle Eastern perfumes. If you go through my channel, I have not done a few hundreds, I have done a few thousands. So in that process, I have got to try many fragrances, which I didn't review all. Let's say I went to a meetup, I went to a shop, maybe I sniffed a sample, maybe I lost it, I forgot to review it. But when you do all these things, rather than like some people who actually go through course, class, learn perfumery, how to make perfumes, chemistry, the notes blending and all, so they become a perfumer. But some of us who are not experts on notes and all that, we just basically smell a lot of fragrances, and we can say, oh, this is similar to that, just for reference point, like layman terms, so people can actually relate. And I think that actually helps certain way. And some people like some other style, like some other reviewers who break down the notes and all, like a professional way. But I do this like, let's say I smelled all the Hugo Bosses that's available in the market, so I know, oh, this new Hugo Boss reminds me of that one, or this Mont Blanc reminds me of the other one. Okay, so yeah, that happens. So I'll let you know, if you're buying this lot of these Middle Eastern perfumes and clones because of few reasons, like let's say it saves your money, okay, you can get something good value which lasts decent time, the presentation is okay, very good, nice, and then you get a full 100 ml bottle for, let's say, partial, like of the niche perfume would cost, or 10 ml decant would cost the same as the main bottle. So all these things make you buy, and you actually can afford luxury through dupes, right? That's the main idea. But are they actually better than the original? And what Nikhil Bhai said, I'll tell you. Nikhil Bhai said that something, it will do something like this, bab bab hota hai, beta hota hai, something like this. He didn't say that, but I'm saying the gist of it. Meaning, what is original, okay? Because the he said something about egg and the chicken, right? Without the egg, the chicken wouldn't be here. But sometimes people would say, oh, chicken was born first, then there's an ongoing debate. But I really feel I don't know. I don't know, man. Like what is this theory and all this? What happened 10,000 years back? There's no way we know, right? But the originator is the reason. Let's say Creed Aventus, like the most duped fragrance. Okay, nowadays Baccarat Rouge, Aventus, Sauvage, these DNAs, it's popular. If those fragrances were not there, people wouldn't try to replicate them because people, these companies, little companies, they saw they're selling like hotcakes, right? So I want to make something as similar to those, but for people who are with less budget, right? Clones, dupes, inspired versions. But in the process, when you're making a $300 fragrance dupe in a $20, $30 bottle, you see I'm holding my hand here. This, let's say, the original, and then this is the dupe. Why am I holding it so different apart? Because the quality ingredients they're using. Sometimes they claim, but sometimes I would say some niche perfumes, they use synthetic materials, but better quality ones. You can smell it. They don't disturb your nostrils. They sometimes have better blend, they're more pleasant and more natural sometimes, not always. So compared to those, the clones, they will be reverse engineering the whole thing. So they will try to take the perfume, open it, and they break down whatever the molecule. Okay, this note. So let's try our version. So their version, let's say, brother Nikhil said, no one could actually replicate 100% Aventus. So there's a reason for it, right? So you get what you pay for in a dupe. So if you're asking me, in a nutshell, in short, dupes are good for the price, great alternatives. If you don't have $400 to spend on a perfume, you spend $20 to get a clone. That's it. So originator is always originator. Okay, this is the respect I give, and I'll never say dupes are better than original, but sometimes the value, what you pay for versus what you get, that also comes to the table because we have only so much to spend, right? So that's the clone part. Second thing, I did a video a few days back, I think a couple of days back, about addiction, like money spending and everything. And these videos I don't really care. Sometimes I get bashing, I get negative comments. I don't really care, because if you care for everybody, you cannot make everybody happy. Some people say, if you are doing this for a long time, why are you doing cheap perfumes? Do not do Arabian houses. People actually give me orders, Sometimes when some people meet me, they say, brother, don't do cheap perfumes, don't buy cheap fragrances. And I'm like, the audacity, like, I'm like, are you even like paying my salary? Are you even caring for what I eat, or if I can manage 3 days meal, like 3 times meal a day? You don't care. And if you're saying that you want me to do this, I perhaps think maybe they are failing to state it the way they want it. Maybe they maintain, like, they like mean good, but they present it in a wrong way. Okay, so they may want to say like, your image is ruined by doing all of this cheap perfume, so it doesn't look good with all the reviews you did before. I don't care, man, because I have this certain goal and agenda. I'll tell you clearly, I want to work for everybody, and I want to work for whatever I can find suitable, whatever suits my affordability. Let's say I have $1,000 in my pocket and I have to survive a month, for example. I am not going to spend all the $1,000. Sometimes I do, and I do more. But I actually am thinking like, I have to break it down. I have to save money for food. If I need juice, I need fruits, this and that, right? I need a budget. Then I need to do for my page. Second priority is I have a Decant page, so if something I want to sell or I want to have available for the page, I invest some. But I will always invest in somewhere that will sell high likely. I will not buy something which is super expensive. People wouldn't buy very expensive decants, not likely. One or two decants worth the whole year doesn't make sense. So you understand, as a normal human being to human being, if think of me as a normal human being, like a normal person who actually is like you, who work hard, make some money and buy something, walk on the street. We're not like messiahs or anything special. We're just normal people, right? So I'm thinking like, I would do whatever makes me happy. If I see a food place, I like it, maybe I'll review it. Sometimes you see me doing vlogs in outdoors, book fair, trade fair. I do this is my channel, makes me happy. What can I say? If you don't like it, maybe avoid the video, perhaps, with all due respect, right? So yeah, that happens. So like, how I decide, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm going to do next day. I'm very unpredictable to myself. So yeah, that's second thing. Third thing I would like to say, some of the people complain like, hey, You claim all these things, you talk about the reviewers and focus on your own goal, do your own thing. Man, again, once again, I can do whatever I want, right? Recent times, I take suggestions, I do take compliments, at the same time criticism, but at the same time, let's say I want to talk about certain channel that I like, like I'll talk about Nikhil Bhai today. Why? He didn't pay me. I'm just inspired to talk about him because we had some good moments chit chatting. I'll share some. And then sometimes I talk about other reviewers, like why I am in this game or how they inspired me. Or sometimes I would say it feels immoral, it's not right. Maybe the reviews are just paid promotions. I would say that, but it's not to attack anybody, just to share. And then, just give you a story what I feel about these communities. So coming to this very important point, it's called community. This is what I want to talk about. And a lot of reviewers, they talk about like we have this strong community which is ruined by all this these tiktokers, all these new reviewers, all this Instagram. In the first place, we don't actually have a community to start with. I'll just tell you why. It's a very rude reality. Some of you may not agree. You feel we're united. People in states don't even know Bangladesh exists. People here, we also are here, right? Huge population using perfumes. We have huge population, right? India, huge population. Pakistan, surrounding countries. Go ask an American, like, do you know these countries? Many of the people wouldn't know we exist, right? Some of the reviewers don't know and they don't care. And when you talk about community, if you claim that you are the big brother of the community or the forefathers or the godfathers, you need to keep everybody intact, and then you have to care for everybody. You have to do things which is huge. Let's say do a lot of reviews and create a community, answer everybody's questions. I've seen a lot of reviewers, they go missing for years, months. And this so-called community, I'll just say something. I don't agree with this community thing. There is so-called community means like people separately, like they are individually here and there. A lot of people who love perfumes, but how many people know each other? So I do have a group, Fragcomm Bangladesh. I have many internationals, locals. So whatever we have in this family, we know each other, right? But outside, how many do we know, right? Would love to know, but the whole point is when they say the community is ruined, I don't think. Time will tell, time will evolve, and people will decide who they like to watch. Who are we to judge, right? Let's say someone is doing TikTok and they're doing promotional, and then someone like Jeremy, okay, these guys, they're doing what they were in 2016-15. They're very different right now. So some of them are very commercial, and they did invest a lot of money behind their looks, suits, models, editing, trips. Then they got sponsors, this and that. And then the Ferraris, we don't do this. Like reviewers like us, some of you say you cannot afford a Ferrari. Fair point. Okay, I cannot even rent a Ferrari unless I go to Dubai. But I don't want to do that. I invest most of my money in the most important part and parcel of this work, which is the review. I can bring a model. I can pay her to say, hey, say this is sexy, smell here, and say like, like do something like a sexy. Oh man, this is just, I want to eat you up. We can do this, but that would be a lie. That would be a lie. That would be something to manipulate. Some people like to be manipulated. To be fair, some people love watching women. Men naturally are like, oh man, I love her. She's so good. And then before you know, it's like a zombie. You just walk and you go like, oh man, she said I'll buy it, and you're broke and you still buy those. So you buy whatever. So the thing is, people are free, independent to make their choices. You are nobody. Let's say whoever is saying bashing, we are nobody. Even I am saying that we are nobody. To tell people what they should do. If they became richer, if they became popular, if their channel grew 100,000 of a silver play button, which I worked 8 years of my life to get it. Okay, I got it only last year. I didn't care for this when I was working. I'll be honest with you, but that's not all I care for. I got very slow views. I got very slow growth, and my payments from YouTube sometimes fluctuated so bad it went down. I didn't stop working. I didn't disappear because this is something I love. Addiction, no addiction, I loved it. But the fact is, sometimes some reviewers got just 1 year in the game, and she or he is getting like silver play button like this. Okay, oh no, I just took shower, cannot do this. Okay, but doesn't mean our work means nothing. A lot of reviewers out there who are underrated, they have very small number, 5,000 view, like let's say 5,000 subscribers. Old reviewers, they reviewed like since 2008, 9. Does it mean those reviewers are smaller compared to the new big reviewers or the hype reviewers? No, everybody has their place. There are certain loyal community who follow, like cult following, right? So sometimes people follow Jeremy, sometimes people follow Steven. Sebastian Zara, my favorite reviewer. Okay, sometimes they'll follow Nikhil Bhai, whoever, Mark. And this will happen. So there is place for everybody, and this community is like, even though saturated, but it's not like a community which is united. But every country, France, Europe, like European countries, American, African, everywhere, people have their own community and they have their own activities, own market people are doing. So I feel time decides everything. We'll be here today, tomorrow we're not going to be here. We are already old. Look at me. Look at me. I'm uncle right now. And the thing is, I do, people still love me. I was so fortunate to get so much support and love. Obviously, I got so much hatred as well, but I work for people who love me and support me. That's it. That's what making me, pushing me to do every day 2, 3 videos, wake up first thing, have coffee and do upload. Obviously, there's this earning as well, but at the same time, if there's no earning, I do a lot of videos, don't get views, 100 views, but I still do it 30 minutes. Okay, so there you go. So I think the whole community thing is a BS. You enjoy whatever you like to enjoy. No one should tell you if you're from Gen Z. No one should tell you if you did not use Dior Intense or Fahrenheit, you suck or your taste bad. Nope. And you can absolutely enjoy whatever you like. Maybe to us it's not as good, but everywhere something is special to someone. I hope I can make that clear, right? And the thing I'm going to say is going to be about this thing. I talk about the clone, the community. What is this? I had another point. Okay, so it's not really a point. Okay, yeah. It's about me. Someone asked me. Someone said in the comment section, like, what do you do? How do you afford to buy all the perfumes? I'll just give you a very simple answer. Okay, there's no hidden secrets here like we do. We have this. We live in this underworld, which is like a movie, and then people don't know we are Dracula. No such thing. We are normal people, but just that I maintain my, random, like let's say appearances. I don't go to public that much. I don't like to hang out. I don't like to add people because I'm a little bit keeping distance from people. In that way, I find mental peace. I like to work and I like to contribute, and sometimes I like to interact online. That's about it. But I am scared of people. I'll just tell you frankly, because I think there's a saying, the most dangerous animal on this planet is human beings. They can destroy everything. It's not the alligator, it's not the tiger, it's not the dinosaurs. So even the ghost, people are scared of people because people do terrible things, and it's sometimes very scary. In the whole world, all this tension, war, fight is because of human beings, nothing else. Is the cow responsible in Spain? Then they are racist against us? No, it's people in different countries who are racist towards other people. Even our neighbors, sometimes we are just fighting with each other. Hey, you are this, my team is better this. It's just pointless. What you're winning end of the day? Nothing. Okay, by insulting others, belittling others, you don't even know people you're belittling. You're just like, whole race is this bad. Okay, it's not good, but it's bad to assume. That's one thing. Second thing I would like to say, uh, how I afford all the perfumes, how I bought so many fragrances, why I don't have the setup. Sometimes people are saying, reason being, your love will take you to places. Whatever I spent in my lifetime, I have an old car. Okay, I could have bought a nice car if I didn't invest so much in perfumes. I could have had nice suits. I could have nice shoes. My priority is perfumes. This is my love. Okay, whatever I earn, I invest back in perfumes. So I want to create content. I want to get popular. I want to get views. I want to grow, and I want to finish everything out there. Like any perfume house, anything release anything. If there's a hawas, I need to review that stuff. Okay, it is a bad addiction, but at the same time, it's keeping me relevant. If you're not relevant, if you're telling me I'm not doing this for views, I'm not doing this for money, you are doing this for views, you're lying. Okay, some of the reviewers, they talk a lot. They talk like, hey, I'm here, like I am the responsible one, I'm the watch car, blah blah. I call it also BS. Reason being, a lot of reviewers, they talk about, I don't review this, but suddenly I notice, you'll notice before COVID or something around 2, 3 years back, most of the reviewers, they never reviewed more than twice or 3 times a week. I was reviewing since 2016 every day, almost every day, if I'm not sick or anything, one, two, three videos. And some of the reviewers started noticing, like, oh, if I do work more, my AdSense will be giving me more money. So people are working for money. There's nothing wrong about it, nothing wrong with it. If you want to get, let's say, $200 instead of 50, why would you get work for 50, right? Because you want to earn more. So if you put a little bit more work, you'll get more views. Simple. Let's say you do extra hours. Let's say you work at 7-Eleven. They allow you to work 10 hours extra. Work for it, you'll get more payment, right? So now the trend is every single reviewer is doing everyday regular videos, and I actually enjoy it. People don't know that it's sort of me. I work with that concept, and I really enjoy it. I'm not gonna just take credit or anything, but you have to earn those miles, you have to go through those steps, and then only you work hard so much and you feel one day, oh man, I'm so tired, every day, really. And everybody is trying to stay relevant. If you're not relevant, YouTube won't push your videos. Okay, people would not know your channel exists. What's the point if people don't know you exist, right? So I'm just saying it in an open table. People can take it different way. You might think I'm arrogant, whatever, but I'm giving you facts. So reviewers who feel sad or hurt seeing other reviewers getting bigger numbers, bigger channels, or bigger deals from companies, I would say that is just sad. I'm very happy for a lot of reviewers. They came and used to post in my group Fragcomm Bangladesh, and I see them. They're so huge and they're rich and they're driving nice car, nice bungalow they have. Why would I feel sad, right? I feel happy for them because I think I can just say like maybe someday I can become successful in financial terms. Maybe I'll be in Dubai someday. It's a dream, man. No one need to deny this. It's me. If you want to work for pro bono and you're working for the seriousness of it, you can also do it. But I don't think it's nice to bash others. So let me finish this video with a very special person, Nikhil Bhai. Okay, and I keep saying Nikhil Bhai, even though like it's because it's our subcontinent thing. Bhai means brother. We give respect. So I understand that I am much elder than him in the age, but he looks so much more mature in his attitude, his reviews. He's professionally a doctor, so he is so much more qualified person. And these are things I'm saying from my heart, not to butter him up. And he doesn't like buttering people. He doesn't like to be buttered. So this video is not for that intention, but just sharing few words. So when I started this line, there's a review he did of Rasasi Hawas, and that time he was not married, he was single, he didn't have a mustache, and that is the very first review of Hawas on YouTube, I think. And he used to review in English, right? Perfume Guru. And then now he is doing all in Hindi. So it's a little bit sad. It's only people who are from Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan, India, or some of these countries where they have people who understand Hindi, Urdu, they can follow him. Nowadays, I don't think if you speak English, you will understand Hindi, right? So, but it's good. He's working for his community. But thing is, when I watch Hawas, and there was this very funny thumbnail. There was a movie, I think Murder or something, or he used that very cheesy cover photo. I'm like, Nikhil Bhai is a very serious person who does reviews, and he is doing thumbnail like that. I need to watch that. And I saw it, and that nearby that time, I think I also got Hawas, and I reviewed Hawas long time back. Shura, Hawas, Enteba. There was this whole bunch I started reviewing. I think I have so many Rasasi reviews on my channel. One of the highest, Mansera, Rasasi, Armaf. These are the brands I cover like huge. So I saw the review. I'm like, the way he described the perfume, I was like, really? Okay. And he reviews like point by point. He talks about notes. He talks about natural or not, synthetic or not. And he is very fair. Like if you know Mark, he reviews like notes, and then he's very frank. So Nikhil Bhai doesn't do the sugar coating, right? So these people, some of the reviewers, they're very different than us. So that's the point I started. I started watching his reviews, and he was very much into oud. He's from India. India is they got the old heritage of making attars, oils, essential oil, rose, sandalwood, so chandan, so they do vetiver. So if you go to India, you can learn a lot about perfumery. Like so, Kannauj, I think they're on the oldest house. So he got into perfumery so deep, and he started talking about Sultan Pasha, Athars, when a lot of other reviewers just reviewing like us, mainstream designer niche or Middle Eastern. He went actually to a factory to shoot a video to show how the perfume is distilled or how they extract oils, different kind of oud, Cambodian oud, this and that. So I learned a lot. I was not like, that's not my forte. Okay, oils and essential oils, it's not my forte, but just for sake of learning, I learned a lot through his channel. And nowadays he reviews also, he became kind of relaxed. Okay, I noticed that he's doing dupes, cheap budget clones and everything for everybody. But his reviews pattern is still the same. He's not like a promotional reviewer. So I recently did a live with one of our brothers. Okay, so sent on. So Shazil Malik Bhai, and he sort of like was talking about Nikhil Bhai. He did a live with him a few days back before that, and then suddenly Nikhil Bhai said hi. He just appears from nowhere, and I am like starstruck person. I'm a reviewer for 9 years, and he's reviewing for 10 years. And when I saw him, it was like like a child in a candy store. I'm like, Nikhil Bhai, like I became like, I saw myself, I looked like an idiot, but I was smiling like. so happy because I'm a big fan. Same way I react with Mark. Imagine I met Jeremy. I'll react the same way because I am a fanboy of these guys. When I started my journey, I always mention people who are special. Steven, if I ever met him, ever meet him, he's a brother. He sent me perfumes to review and experience. So I was happy, I can call myself from Bangladesh. I know most of the reviewers, Max Forte, Sebastian Zara is such a kind soul, man. He is awesome. But end of the day, I'll tell you one other thing, which is a rude reality, which is not everybody is a friend. Many of the people, they pretend they like you, but they don't. They hate you. When I joined my community, like fragrance community, I was in different groups, and some group members were very, very racist and they're very attacking. They said very mean things to me when I was nobody. They still say so. If you go to Reddit, I am part of that whole perfume reviewers section where people they say insane things about me. So I feel okay, maybe they think I am something. So anyway, so going back to Nikhil Bhai, we talked online, and then a few days back he reached out to me and he said some very wise words because he looked concerned about me. And then we started talking, and then I noticed that we have so many things in common, and I really like this guy. As a perfume reviewer, he's very serious and you see the other side of him. But if I got to know a person, I usually do not like people. I'll tell you very honestly, I don't like fake people. I don't like people who like to butter you up and always say I'm big fan, this and that. I feel awkward. I like to talk to people from the same level. If you talking like two guys, casually, let's say some people are having coffee and chit chat, and they don't have to like butter each other up like, hey man, you are great and you are great. So I did compliment him recently in the live, but he doesn't like to be buttered up. So I genuinely compliment him whatever I feel, and I think this guy, the knowledge wise, he is pride of our Asian, not just subcontinent, whole of Asia, whole of world. And a lot of people do not know that there are a lot of great reviewers out there who have great notes. Shazil Malik Bhai, Pakistan, a lot of brothers are there, India, Bangladesh. So maybe it's time, maybe you like to, know us, like whatever our work is not, just simple work. A lot of reviewers out there, they do in the other part of the world. They're popular, I understand. They do a lot of perfume, but they don't have idea about a lot of other fragrances, okay? We review that so much before, like so much, not so much, earlier than them, and then later they do, right? So we have different reviewers everywhere. And this guy, if you never watched Perfume Guru Nikhil Bhai, I'll leave a link below of his channel. Check him out. Check out his old reviews. If I don't know if he kept the English ones, but he talked about a lot of perfumes, and you want to know about perfumery, learn from him, okay? So he gives me a lot of credit, like Joy Bhai is the best. Uh, like he always said, if you want to know about designers, go to Joy Amin's channel, and you'll learn. I don't know much, honestly speaking. Compared to this guy, I'm like I'm like a student, like not even a student, I'm a child. But I admire people with real nose. He likes Sebastian Zara a lot. He complimented him. And I think maybe, it's a good thing that, sometimes maybe we do not get the numbers. We don't get invites from all over the world. They don't recognize, they don't give us an award. They give awards to people with the biggest number of YouTube, the biggest number of Instagram. Go and check out how many reviews they did and how many reviews some of us did, right? So it's okay. I know what we did, okay? And I got a lot of kindness. And I think some of the reviewers here also, they got so much love from real people in the community who watch them. Like this guy was talking about Toiletarian, right? So this guy, man, some of the other older reviewers, Coach Rob 619 and the older channels, man, they were great. They were so good. And I think even though they didn't become a huge channel, and I always say Chad, check out Fragrance, not his channel is called, oh man, Chad's is a gentleman's journey, right? So these reviewers, they did put their number of years of hard work. They're still doing it. So go watch out. Some of the older reviewers reviewing Chanel's Platinum Egoist or talking about Antheas. So that would be great. So thank you so much, Nikhil Bhai, for all the mentions. I just want to give you just a shout out, and thanks for always supporting me. And I feel cheered up, when you talk to a good person, when you talk to a person who's always, giving you good advice and stuff, even though he's younger than me, but he's like elder brother. So his maturity is so ahead, and I'm feeling like, if I got in recent times something genuinely precious, it's love of people like him, people who gave me wise words. Maybe they didn't buy anything from me, no perfume from me, they didn't get any mention from me, but They genuinely were concerned, like, Joy Bhai, I think you should change this thing about you. Maybe you should take a break. Your mental health is not good. Whoever did this from anywhere in the world, I have some brothers, sisters like that. So when they check on me or they talk to me, I am like a child. My like when you see the battery of a phone charging and you go 100%, it's like full. It's the best feeling in the world. If you're going on 21% and you're like, oh man, that's like horrible, and you go out always thinking when it's gonna go off, right? So sometimes I feel like 20-15% battery, I don't want to wake up. But nowadays, times are bad. I'm broke. End of February, I'm broke, but I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling nice to meet nice people like him. And it matters. You have to be a good person. It takes a good person to be a real celebrity. I think he's a celebrity. He is our pride. I'm always a fan. And I think, perfume game is interesting when you meet great people as well, learn from each other. So thank you so much for watching. And guys, I think that's it. I really feel, I hope I can keep up this good mood despite the difficult situations, real life and everything. But perfume is such an interesting game. Sometimes it takes you down, sometimes it, pulls you up, So it's like a, windy day, sometimes it's a rainy day, sometimes a sunny day. But whenever I feel good, I like to express my happiness and gratitude. And thanks to all of you who watch me and these longer videos you like. And you say that, yeah, we appreciate that you're a real person, and you're an original reviewer. A lot of reviewers are honest, just that, they don't say we're honest. But uh, it's good to get support from you guys. Thank you so much for all your prayers, all your love. I hope we can grow together in future further. And let's just welcome everybody, who's doing good work. And you watch them, you like watching them, you like perfumes that other people make fun of you. Don't care. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. And good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.